Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our seminar for January 12th, returning back on the 21st, inshallah. We will be covering a couple of topics today. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please feel free to add it in the chat so we can cover them at the end. Today, we will be covering our schedule, tips for packing, nuzuk, and then at the end, inshallah, we will have a Q&A. So without any further ado, I do want to go ahead and jump into the schedule. So our flight is on the 12th of January, departing from JFK at 11 a.m. As I'm covering the schedule, I do want to cover when to meet and some tentative timing so you are mentally prepared what to expect and when to expect it. So inshallah, as you're departing on Friday morning, I will be available at the airport to hand you over Anil Harmain bags and give you some instructions for your traveling. And Brother Samiuddin will be receiving you in Medina, inshallah, on the 13th. So you depart at 11 a.m. I will see you at the airport between 7:30 and 8 a.m. in the morning. So everything goes smoothly, and inshallah, you can have whichever seats you need. We are not able to assign them anymore before the group travel, so you do need to get them assigned at the airport. So the earlier you arrive, the better it is, especially if you're traveling with family, so you can have seats together, inshallah. You do have a layover in Riyadh. You don't collect your luggage. They do go to the final destination to Medina. I do recommend, in case you need to get a SIM card or exchange money, Riyadh Airport will be your best option to take care of those things because you will not have enough time in Medina Airport to actually take care of those things, and it does take much longer. So take advantage of that layover to purchase a SIM card if you need it, and to exchange any money if you need to take care of that. Once you arrive in Medina, inshallah, Brother Samiuddin will be receiving you from the airport, taking you to the hotel, settling everyone in, and giving you some guidance on where to go for the Roda, Riyazul Jannah, and also where to actually go and give salam for the men, and a few other things around Haram, so your trip can go smoothly for the remaining days. On the 15th, inshallah, one day you have free in the middle, which is the 14th. And then on the 15th, you have your historical tours for Medina, leaving at 8 a.m. in the morning. So you have enough time to go do breakfast after Fajr in the hotel. And then after that, meet in the lobby in order to go for the historical tours. And this tour is done by bus. A few locations are covered, Masjid Quba, Qiblatain, Sabah Masajid, and Ohad Shuhada site. So these are the couple of locations that are covered. Then on the 16th, you have another free day. On the 17th, you will be checking out and leaving for Makkah. The tentative departure time is for 11 a.m. Of course, you will be getting reminders throughout the trip when you need to leave, when to leave your luggage outside the room so the bellboys can pick them up. All those things will be sent in as reminders in the WhatsApp group that we have created. So on the 17th, inshallah, you leave for your Umrah. You arrive the same day. Approximate timing for arrival is around 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 p.m. And inshallah, after a short rest, you will be performing your Umrah, inshallah. On the 18th, you have a rest day. On Friday is also a free day. You pray your Jummah. You take care of any last minute shoppings you need to do. And then on the 20th, you have your flight to come back home. So you do have a flight for the evening hours. So after Zohar, the group will be leaving, inshallah, doing the historical tours and traveling to Jeddah for the flight to connect the flight from Jeddah, Riyadh back to JFK, arriving back home on Sunday morning. I do want to back up a little bit and talk a little bit more in depth about the schedule. So it's important right now. The permits are open for the evening of the 13th. Please don't take anything. I don't think the men timing will work out what's available, but for the women, if you're taking out your permits, take something out for after Isha, which is the only time available for women anyways, but take something out for the last possible timing. So this way, whatever happens, you don't miss your permits. It is recommended to get to the Roda area around gate 38. at least 15 minutes to half an hour before. The hotel we're using for this particular group, it's not going to take you more than 5 to 7 minutes in order to get into the line for the Roda. So it's very close to that area. It is on the Qibla side. So just keep those things in mind. And it is doable. The next time the permits will open for the following week, meaning for the 14, 15, 16, and 17 morning, which I don't recommend taking it after Fajr, but 14, 15, 16, take it out for any time that is possible for you to go, except for the 15th when we have our historical tours. And inshallah, we will post this in the group as well too. It's very important you take care of the nuzuk aspect of the trip, because once we get there, we won't have any permits available to take. They usually go out very fast. And if you have been to Umrah within the last year or so, they do have a new restriction for the Roda. It's only one permit every 365 days. So you have to wait a whole year till you can take out another permit. For the 17th, take out your Umrah permit for any time after 6 p.m. So any permit timing you see for 1800 hours and after, it is in military time. Keep that in mind as well too. So when you take out the permit, for example, if it's a 3 a.m. permit, it will be 3 a.m. If it's a 3 p.m. permit, it will be 1500 hours. So keep those things in mind when you take out these permits. So if you're a morning person, take something out for the morning. If you're an evening person, afternoon person, however it may be, take out a permit that works most convenient for you. Like I mentioned already, Saturday evening permits should be available. And the next round of permits, they will come available when we are departing, inshallah, on the morning of the 12th. So they do open Friday morning, approximately 6, 7, 8 a.m. That's when the permits open up for the following week, and then they open up week by week. So it's very important you have this taken care of before you get on the flight. This way you don't have any issues once you arrive in Saudi. The immigration procedure is pretty straightforward when you arrive in Riyadh. These days, they don't even ask for a physical copy of the visa, but if you have it on your phone, it should be sufficient enough. They are doing something where you don't need to get out of the terminal anymore. They have some system internally where they start guiding a lot of the passengers, and your immigration does happen on the domestic terminal. But even if you don't go through that route and you go through the normal immigration procedure, maybe you have been through Riyadh before, so you can take that route as well too and step outside and take the shuttle. Both of the routes are very easy. They have signs everywhere. And if you're confused about anything, please do ask the staff, ground staff for Saudi Airline. They will guide you on which direction to take and how to get to the next terminal. You do have a long enough layover to take care of a couple of things and make it to the next terminal, inshallah. Also, when you are, inshallah, arriving in Medina, your keys, inshallah, should be ready by the time you get to the hotel. So it should be a pretty smooth transition. So once everyone's settled in, we announce a time for doing a quick walking tour. We do know everyone has been through a long journey and everyone wants to rest. So inshallah, once you get to the hotel, if you want to shower up or do wudu and come, so when we head to Haram, where to do all the activities, where to go for the Roda, where to go for Riyazul Jannah, and make it easy. And when we go for the Umrah, it does depend on how tired the group is. Sometimes we will announce a later time. It won't be immediate, but if you have done Umrah before, you are more than welcome to do it at any time you feel comfortable. But if you have not done Umrah, please wait for the group leader, as they can guide you a little bit better, at least how to get to Haram, especially the first time when you're going. For prayers, our hotel in Makkah is very easy access. From when you get out of the room, it's one elevator, you take it and you go to Haram. It's not like there are some hotels in Makkah where you have to change multiple elevators before you get to Haram. So this does make it a little bit easy. And that's our schedule for the trip, inshallah. I do want to cover some tips for packing. First of all, you are allowed 2 luggages, check-in luggages, 23 kg or 50 pounds. and one hand carry and one personal item that you can take with you. I do recommend keeping it light when you're traveling to Saudi, so you have enough space or enough weight to bring back any gifts for you want to bring back for family and relatives. And on the way back, your Zamzam is separate from your luggage allowance and your carry-on allowance. It does get checked in as a separate piece. Please don't purchase any Zamzam from outside. Zamzam available at the airport is the only one that is good to travel with, inshallah. So Zamzam is something that will come all the way at the end of the trip when we go to check in for our flight back home. Other than that, please keep enough clothes for the duration of the trip. Laundry is very expensive in Saudi. Uh, keep all medication that you may need. In the last group, a lot of people caught a cold, flu. So if you want to keep any medication for that, maybe some Dayquil, maybe some Tylenol, please do keep that with you as there is a virus going around in Saudi. And I do recommend wearing a mask as much as possible while you're there. Also, highly recommended to carry a refillable water bottle. Every time you go to Haram, you can go and fill up that bottle with Zamzam. This way, you're not utilizing any regular water. The water available in the water bottles at the hotel, they're all regular water. So you do want to make sure you can take advantage of as much Zamzam as possible while you are in Mecca and Medina. So when you come back, the Zamzam you bring back, you can distribute it among friends and family. Please don't purchase your ihram when you're going from here. Purchase it in Medina. It is much cheaper. Also, please call your carrier for if you're planning to use your phone in Saudi, whether they cover roaming, how much they charge. Whichever carrier you're using, T-Mobile, Verizon, or whoever it may be, just make sure to give them a call and make sure you're okay to use your phone if you're not purchasing a SIM over there. It's important for our internal communication in the group when we inform you, or even when we're on historical tours, if someone is missing, if we're looking for you, that is where we will post everything, including all communication regarding our trip. So it's very important that you have data. The hotels do have Wi-Fi, but when you go for the Roda, it's important that you have data in order to open your permit in the app. Some people have gotten by without any data, but I have seen many people, they go for the Roda, they don't have data. Somehow they get logged out from their Nuzuk account and they're not able to show their permits, and they are very strict when it comes to Medina. For Makkah, it's important you take out a permit because sometimes the airline may ask you to show the permit before they check in your Zamzam. As per their policy, as long as you have an Umrah permit expired within the app, you can take a Zamzam. So they don't really ask, but sometimes it does occasionally happen where they give a hard time and we have to call the supervisor and make sure they understand that everyone is going from Umrah. So you can show that permit on Nuzuk. So it's important that you have an expired permit. Other than that, one permit should be sufficient. Take one out for the evening of the 17th. No one checks the permits when it comes to performing your Umrah going into Haram. As long as you have an ihram on, no one is stopping you. No one is going to ask you any questions. Last 5-6 groups we had any group that I took for Umrah, they did not ask for a permit. We just walked straight in and alhamdulillah, everything went smooth. So don't worry about displaying the permit, but just have the permit out, let it expire. It doesn't matter. So this way, in case you have any issues at the airport, you have an expired permit within the app, and it makes it much easier. Also, if you're planning to use any credit cards over there, I have not seen American Express being accepted in most places. The most common cards that get accepted are Visa and MasterCard. Also call your bank to make sure you're not getting charged any foreign transaction fees because they do add up very fast. Other than that, cash should work fine as well too. Keep new $100 bills as they give a better rate for that in comparison to older bills. So it's very important that if you are planning to use cash, carry newer bills. They don't like to exchange smaller bills and old bills. And even if it has like some writing on it, sometimes those bills, they have stamped, they sometimes refuse to take those bills. So it's better to actually just carry clean bills, make sure they're new. Other than that, inshallah, you should be fine. And even for emergencies, you should have a card available. Most places do accept cards over there, but there are still some shops that will only take cash. They will only except local credit cards or debit cards, which is their system is called MADA over there. But you should be fine with the Visa or Mastercard too, inshallah. Other than that, for Nuzuk, I do want to remind everyone, please make sure you start signing up for Nuzuk. You will need a separate email and a number for each family member that's traveling. One common question that I get all the time is whether we need an account for children. If you are planning to take them, then please do have a separate account made. So this way you have permits available for them as well too. The men have a completely separate time. The women have a completely separate time. This is not a family activity. You may need to split up. So the men go separately and the women go separately. Just keep those things in mind. And if you're having any issues with signing up for Nuzuk, please reach out to our office so we can assist you with signing up for Nuzuk. Other than that, inshallah, we will share the timings as well in the group when you can take out the permits. For at least Saturday evening for the women, you should be okay to take out a permit if anything is available. Or inshallah, I will also send a reminder when the permits open up. On the coming Friday, inshallah, when we are departing, they should open up again in the morning and they go out very fast. In December group, when we were traveling, permits were available before we took off. By the time we landed in Riyadh, all the permits were gone. So it's very important that you take out the permit so you don't have to go through the hassle while you are in Saudi. Other than that, inshallah, that's the information that I wanted to cover. The one last thing is for the devices. If two people are going, let's say two men or two women or anyone, you will need a separate device for each person. And you will need data for it as well too, just in case they don't let you in or if you get logged out. So make sure you have separate devices, especially if you have a larger family that's traveling. I even advise sometimes, if you have kids that are going, use the devices, let the men use it once and then let the women use it once, so it makes it easier. But it's very important that you have device, you have internet connection, and you have the permit taken out before you travel from here, inshallah. So it's a smooth trip once we get to Saudi, inshallah. I will be seeing you at the airport on Friday. I will be giving you further instructions, or if you may have any questions, inshallah, please feel free to ask me when we are at the airport. Also, Brother Samiuddin will be the one receiving you in Medina, so I will give you the details, inshallah, soon. If anyone has any question, please feel free to unmute yourself so you can ask your question.
Yeah, hi. I have a question because my flight is from Los Angeles, so what's gonna happen? I can meet you there, right? So because you guys are New York, right?
Once you arrive in Medina, inshallah, you will meet Brother Samiuddin.
Okay,
So for the regular group that's departing, these are general instructions for the group that is departing from JFK. Inshallah, my team will give you further instructions separately, inshallah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. So right now we are only getting a permit for the Roda for women's, right? Not for the men's, you're saying?
For the men, I don't think the timing is going to work out by the time we get to the hotel, by the time we get settled in. It's possible you may miss your permit. So I don't recommend for the men to, once the permits open up for AM for the 14th, 15th, you can take it out anytime for that. But I don't recommend the PM permits that are available right now to take them out because they're only available till, I believe, 4:30. And I don't think it's going to be possible you will make those permits.
So the 14th and the 15th will open up before we leave?
Before you travel. They should be opening up on the morning of the departure, inshallah.
Okay, so we'll do that. Now for the Umrah purpose, since you said that they're not checking any permits, so we'll do the first permit, we'll take it out. We can take that permit out today if you want to, right?
It's available. Umrah permits are available for the 17th. So you can take it out for any of the evening hours. I would say maybe 1800, 18 to 6 p.m. should be okay. That's a good enough time. You just need the permit to be available over there and expire within Nuzuk, just in case. We have not faced too many issues, maybe with only one or two passengers. So for the most part, even the Umrah permit is not as necessary, but it is always important to have a backup. Better to be safe than sorry.
And if we are doing a second Umrah, you're saying as long as we are wearing ihram, it should be okay. And what about
That
the
is
females
correct.
with us? What
That
about
is
the
correct.
ladies with us?
Ladies, most of the ladies, they go pray inside the mataf area because they don't know whether they are in ihram or not. So the ladies have even a less of an issue than the men. So the men, it's obvious if someone's in regular clothes and when someone is in ihram. But for the women, they just enter and they haven't had any issues, alhamdulillah.
But this is our first Umrah, so they will be with us performing Umrah, or they'll be doing separate?
Yes, Brother Samiuddin is the one who's the group leader with his group, inshallah, who will be receiving you in Medina airport. He will be with you throughout the trip, and he will also be doing Umrah with the group, inshallah.
But the ladies will be with us during the Umrah, correct?
The Umrah activity, everyone is together. There is no separation like the Roda. The Roda has particular timings for the men and particular timings for the women. For the Umrah, everyone is together.
Okay,
Salam, brother.
Walaikum
I got on the 6th, and I'm arriving on Friday morning, 12 o'clock. So Saturday morning. So I got my nusik for Roda at 2:30 afternoon. But I can't get my wife's. That's not open yet.
The women permits, they go out much faster. So if the women permits are not available anymore, you do have to wait till Friday. Friday morning is when the remaining permits will open up for the remaining of our stay.
Okay, so I'll be at Turkish airport. Okay, because I'm arriving Friday night, Saturday morning, 12 o'clock.
You should be okay, inshallah. Once you arrive, inshallah, in whatever your route is, just keep checking, inshallah. Usually New York time, they open up around 6 to 8 a.m.
And I got my Umrah nusik for 17th morning, 8
That's
o'clock.
perfect.
Okay.
All right, inshallah.
Or 18th morning.
18th morning is fine too.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. Like I said, no one is checking the Umrah permits.
Okay.
It's just for the purposes of the airline, just in case if they don't allow you to, if they give you a hard time with Zamzam, you open up your Nuzuk app and you show it to them, and you're good to go after that.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Brother, we are going to travel from Kennedy also, but at 12 o'clock because it's different airline, Egypt Air. So I wonder if we can meet you at the airport, or you're gonna leave.
Of course. I will be at the airport approximately between 7:30 till 8:30, 9 o'clock, inshallah. So we should run into each other, inshallah.
Okay, because it's the same terminal. We are Egypt Air.
I'm aware, inshallah. Anyone that's traveling on alternative airlines, please talk to me privately, because I don't want to confuse anyone in the group. Majority of the group is actually traveling with the group schedule on Friday with Saudi Airline. So if anyone has a private schedule, please either reach out to the office so we can give you separate instructions, or reach out to me, inshallah. I can give you separate instructions as well too.
Okay, but I have another question about the appointment for the Rauda. It's open now for women or no? I got confused.
Last I checked, they were open for the 12-hour dates. They are open till the 12th. I saw about half an hour ago for the men, it was still open, but the women permit, I don't have a women's account, so I do need to check through a different account before I can confirm. Please do check inside, and if you see availability for any time for Saturday in the evening hours, you can take out your permit, so you have your permit available for the 13th, inshallah.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So what time we'll be reaching Medina on Saturday?
I believe its arrival time is 2:45 p.m.
2:45 p.m. And how long is the stay layover in Riyadh?
In Riyadh, I believe it's you arrive there around 7 a.m. And you depart around I believe 12:50, 1 p.m. I need to check the exact timing for the flight.
The ticket I have is says 3:30 p.m. That's why I'm asking you.
For
It
the
says
arrival,
arrival is 7 a.m., right?
mhm.
And then it says the departure time is 3:30 p.m. And arrival in
I think
Medina is
you're reading
5:30.
it wrong. It's 13:30. It's 1:30 p.m.
It's 0330 p.m. I've been saying it's not saying 1:30. So
It's
um,
not. I will double check with my team. This is also something that I need to double check with my ticketing team. I'll confirm and we'll post it in the group, inshallah.
okay, yeah, if you post that will be great because what I'm seeing on the ticket is it says we will arrive inshallah at 7 a.m. at local time, and the departure time is 3:30 p.m. from Riyadh to Medina.
Okay, inshallah. These are things that inshallah we'll post in the group. So this way you have a reminder for the flight timing. And I'm putting in another reminder for anyone traveling on alternate airlines. The schedule may be different from the regular schedule, so please follow your own tickets. Inshallah, I will go ahead and talk with my ticketing team, and we will have something posted in the group so you have a confirmation of time on it.
Great, thank you very much.
You're
Jazakumullah.
welcome. Wa iyyakum. Wa iyyakum.
Just one more question. What time is usually, based on your knowledge, because you go there all the time, is less rush for the Umrah? Is it because we wanted to do a second Umrah? So is it better to do in the evening or is it after 12 o'clock? What is the better time?
These days, it's rush all the time. Honestly, the further you are from prayer time, the less rush you will find. So if you're trying to go after midnight, that is usually much better. After Fajr, I would say wait like an hour or two to go. So when the weather gets a little bit hotter, people also start to avoid going to Haram as well too. So these are some of the times like morning hours. I would say like 8, 9, 10 a.m. is a good time to go, and after midnight, it's usually less rush.
Okay.
One last thing I wanted to mention, which I forgot to mention. Please keep a light jacket with you for Medina. It will be a little bit chilly over there. Even if it may seem like pleasant weather, when you're in the heat in the daytime and you switch over to the cold at night, sometimes it does feel much colder than what it actually is. So please try to keep a hoodie or maybe a light jacket, especially for night hours, like close to Fajr time. After Fajr time, it does tend to get a little chilly in Medina.
Assalamualaikum, Harun bhai.
Walaikum salam.
Do you know if in Riyadh we'll be able to access an eSIM as well from any of the stores there for the newer iPhones?
So they do have eSIMs in Saudi. I don't recommend going through the inner channels they have to go to the next terminal. Go for where you actually exit. So do your immigration in a regular fashion on the terminal you're arriving. Exit from there so you can access the SIM cards. Once you go internally, they don't have SIM cards available on Terminal 5. So just keep that in mind. They do have eSIM cards available, but you do need to go to a physical location in order to get the eSIM.
I see. Also, do you happen to know how we'll be traveling from Medina to Mecca? Will it be via train or via bus?
It will be by bus.
Bus. And do you happen to know if we're stopping at
going towards Makkah, we have 2 stops. So we require everyone to wear their ihram before they get on the bus. So our traveling time is short. Our first stop will be at Miqat. Our second stop will be for prayer and for food, inshallah, and then it will be straight to Makkah.
I see. Exactly.
Wa iyyakum.
There's one quick question. I'm sorry. Do we the unscented stuff is available in Medina to purchase, like the shampoo and all that for around time?
It is available, but you can use the scented stuff before you put on the ihram. You may need to maybe carry some unscented soap with you for the route and when you arrive in Makkah. But for the most part, you get by pretty easily because as soon as you get to Makkah, you end up performing your Umrah and you're out of ihram by that time. So you can use anything scented before you put on the ihram, whether it be cologne, deodorant, anything that you need to use, you can use, and then you wear your ihram on top. Once you make your intention, you cannot spray anything on top of the ihram. You cannot put anything scented on top of the ihram. Once you reach miqat, then the other restrictions apply too, where you cannot use soap or anything like that. So once you have the ihram cloth, you don't spray anything on the ihram, you don't put any itar on the ihram cloth directly. Once you reach miqat, you cannot use any soap either, meaning anything scented from there ahead.
So we are doing our intention at the miqat then, correct?
Yes, you are doing your intention at the miqat, not at the hotel.
Okay.
You're just wearing your ihram at the hotel.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. I'm sorry.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Is there any mazarat in Mecca or no?
There is mazarat in Makkah as well too. We cover Jabal Sur, Hajj sites. Hajj sites are pretty detailed. I don't want to get into it right now, but there's quite a few locations, and then is Jabal Nur at the end.
Which day? Because you didn't mention it.
It's on the departure date, so we don't have too much time between. So it's going to be approximately a 2.5-3 hour tour in Makkah, and then from there you go straight to the airport to make you for your flight from Jeddah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Jazakallah khair everyone for joining. Inshallah, looking forward to seeing everyone at the airport, and we hope to serve you during your journey for Umrah. And we hope Allah accepts our intention, because this is the first step that we have taken to make intention for our trip and start our journey. So inshallah, looking forward to seeing everyone at the airport. See you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.